Okay. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Story time continues. Story time continues right now. Telling stories and sharing pics and videos from TwitchCon. Answering your questions as best I can. If you have any about the event or whatever dealing with TwitchCon, let me know. And at mods, if I miss any questions, please feel free to post it in my live chat, my on-air chat. Anyways, so that was that night. I played craps with Swifter, and it was a blast. Great dude, like I said. Okay, next. This is my lady at the pool. She's now. I had never heard of this before, but this is our pool at the Westgate, and she's having Dole Whip with rum in it. See the whole bottom of this, the whole bottom of the cup, that's rum. But Dole Whip, I don't know what that is. It's like sherbet. That's what it tastes like to me. It was like pineapple, like sherbet. Is she single and ready to mingle, my friend? Yeah, sherbet. It's sherbet. People say sherbet a lot, but there's no R. There's no second R in it. It's sherbet. B-E-T. Faustus, what up, baby? Good to see you, my friend. But yeah, so I met her at the pool. She's like, she was hanging out with her sister. And her and her sister were having like these Dole Whip, ice cream rum, like cocktails. And they were having a good time at the pool. And I hung out with them for as long as I could stand the sun. And that wasn't that long, honestly, because the Vegas sun is the Vegas sun. I'm sure you understand it's a desert. So it was just like, nah, it's good. Nah, it's good for me. It's actually pronounced sherbet. No, I probably stayed out there for like 45 minutes. But, you know, she likes the sun, and I have an acquaintance. You know, the sun and I aren't friends, but we do know of each other. So, you can't stand in the pool. I didn't bring a swimsuit. I forgot. I totally forgot to bring a swimsuit. So I didn't have anything to go into the pool with. And they don't allow non-swimsuit stuff. Like if it's not swimsuit material, you can't go in like in sweats and a t-shirt or whatever because of the fuzzies that come off of it or whatever. So I didn't have anything to go in the pool with. So I should have thought about it. Of course, every Vegas casino has a fucking swim, or Vegas hotel has a swimming pool. I just didn't think about it. Oh God, Fred, shut up. No one cares. All right. Anyways, Zeke, that's me with my family too. All of them are fucking sun bunnies except me. Some other 5 minutes when we're on vacation, then gone. Yeah. This was my biggest win. I won $507. I brought some money there to gamble. I lost it eventually, but it took the whole time. So yeah, not bad. How much did I lose? Let's see. I brought 1,500. I brought $1,500 down there, and I played a lot of machines. It lasted the whole time, but yeah. I played there's a Wizard of Oz game. I played the Willy Wonka game. I played the Little Shop of Horrors game, and there's tons of them that don't have like a theme. It's just like Buffalo game or like Black Cat game. Like they didn't have like a real theme to them, but like I played a lot of different ones, but my favorites were the ones of things that I recognized, you know, like the Little Shop of Horrors game was fun because they played the music and stuff. I like the music from that game, from that movie, musical, whatever. So yeah. Was there a Deal or No Deal game? Not where I was at, but I'm sure there is one. And the casino in the casino in the Westgate, not a huge casino. Like the casino floor in the MGM where I stayed one other time. Holy fuck me. The MGM Grand's casino floor is enormous. Like, sure, like the Caesar's Palace, like stuff. They have like big spots, but the biggest one that's just one, like all connected, that I've been in was the MGM Grand. The whole entire floor was slot machines and table games. This one in the Westgate was relatively small. Stated Aria last time, and I was blown away how good they are at parting folks with their money. Oh yeah. Absolutely. I had a blast though. All right, next. Oh, this was our little trip around the Caesar's Palace. So we took a little bit of time to go to places that Katie and her sister went with their nana. And their nana was like a Vegas local, like she's not around anymore, but she was like a Vegas local, like, you know, drinking gin, smoking cigarettes, and like, you know, she had like a regular place she'd go to. She'd travel around, but she'd like go through Caesars and all that kind of stuff. So we were visiting all the places that them and their nana would take them to. Did you check out the video dome? Yeah, from the outside. It's hard to miss. I mean, that fucking dome is huge. So yeah, I saw the Vegas dome, but like I didn't go inside or close to it. There's Sarah, sister Sarah, looking at the wildlife. Oh, this is at the Flamingo, because at the Flamingo Casino they have an outside area that has like an animal reserve or like a mini zoo-ish thing. So they were looking at turtles and birds and ducks and shit. This is just a view from one of the overpasses. Because this is how they do it a lot in Vegas, is they have these overpasses, so you don't have to cross on the street, you cross over top. But I always liked this view because it had, you know, it's you know, a nice view of the strip. And there's the Aria, like we were saying, there's right there. All right. I don't think this one needs an explanation. I think we all know why I took this picture. Why I stopped and said, "Hey, can you take a picture of me near this?" So I posted this one on Twitter, and I said, the caption said, "I'm 43. Don't ever grow up. It's boring." Something like that. And then someone commented and goes, "I looked at this and I thought you had a ponytail." And I was like, wait a minute, what? And I looked again. Someone is walking behind me, and it does look like I have a little tiny ponytail hanging off of my fucking head. I've got a shaved head, but I'm partying in the back, man. A little rat tail hanging out the back. I'm like, oh, goddamn, I didn't even notice that. That's great. Oh yeah, okay, so I'll show you this. I took 3 short videos, I believe, of this. And hold on. I don't want to spoil any surprises, so let me cue these up real quick. There we go. Yep. Okay. All right, this should be good now. We went to the to Caesar's Palace, and underneath Caesar's Palace, I unbeknownst to me, I had no idea, but she was like, "Let's go watch the Caesar's Palace animatronic show," and I was like, "Oh, what? Okay." And me going into this didn't know that this shit has been around for a long time. Yeah, this is my 4th trip to Vegas. This last trip was, I want to say my 4th or 5th. I'm not sure, but they've had this for a long time. I didn't know that this was thing because I you know how you like talk about Vegas stuff and everybody's like, oh, the Bellagio fountains or, you know, the Stratosphere or this or that, the other thing. This was never something that ever got brought up. So I was like, oh, this is a new thing. This is not a new thing. And you'll see, like, this is an old ass thing and it shows. Oops, sorry. So and these are short videos. The statues are turning around. I'm like, oh, when's the show gonna start? And then skip forward. This show is called The Fall of Atlantis, and I think that's Atlantis. That's in the chair. Like some king of Atlantis, or the king of Atlantis or something. And oh, did I double video? Oh, I downloaded the same one twice, didn't I? Whoops, hold on. 1 second. I gotta open up my Discord again. No, you'll see. There's one more video that I took. And every time, and Scott, this is on you. Every time I whipped out my phone to take a video or picture, I hear your voice in my head going like, be present. I'm like, you motherfucker. So I take like short little videos. Oh, that's where it is. Okay, hold on. Okay. I got it now. One second, y'all. 1 second. There we go. Okay. So, oh wait, one more thing. I gotta close that. There. Okay. So this is the one we've already seen. She pops up and she does this like and he's doing this. I'm like, dude, I used to work at motherfucking Chuck E. Cheese. And their animatronics was way better than this. Holy shit. And Katie turns to me and goes, this has been around forever. And I'm like, oh, I had never heard of it. But that makes sense. Here it is. So these two are challenging each other, water and fire. And you can't see it because I didn't show it apparently, but he has a flaming sword. And then I took a fucking picture. And then I moved the camera to them. But I did take a picture. Wait, hold on. Back it up. There we go. I took a picture of like this fucking pterodactyl for some reason comes out of the back of the King of Atlantis. Kind of looked like a Skeksis with wings a little bit. But yeah, so he pops up out of the back with these like smoke plumes or fog plumes. Oh, I didn't get a picture. So that dude that comes out with a sword, his sword like lights on fire. And he swings around this really pathetic, like flaming sword. Okay, hold on. 1 second. Let me actually, okay. Fall of Atlantis, Las Vegas. There we go. Come on, video, please. Are you really not gonna load? Come on, man. Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? This is not what I asked for. How about this one? There we go. So this, I mean, that's honestly part of the reason why I didn't feel like taking, like, I needed to take a video, because I could just share this. Let's move forward a little bit. Oh, fuck! They didn't have the fountains working. Oh, that was missed. The water fountains were not going when I went. I mean, all this still happened, but the water fountains weren't going. Fast forward a little bit.
Missed you, bud. Hope it was fun.
Wait a minute, was he wearing this?
Which destroyed thy precious land, our magic crystal
Gilius, thank you for the 34 months.
was brutally extinguished.
I just love the Cheesecake Factory, like, in Nike logos, man. It's like, we're gonna set up our logos so when anybody takes a video of this, we're gonna advertise. That's great, that's fucking genius.
From thy children,
Okay, so then she pops up.
her head is dusted with gold from the ocean's floor.
Dear Father, choose me. And then I'm just gonna move along here, and then this. Hold on. We gotta get his entrance right. He comes up.
Choose me to inherit the throne.
And I was like, dude, oh, there's the flaming sword. Yep.
Kisses each day with
And with, like, I don't know how the animatronics are set up, or the, like, whatever's feeding that flame, but, like, for me, it was like a fucking candle, like, from a birthday cake, and, like, little tiny flame on the top. He was just waving around like he was the man. Yeah, you can see there's the hose. I'm guessing it's propane. I took my kids last time in Vegas. They were not impressed. If you get close, you can see shit falling off them, and the eyes and mouths don't work all the time. Yeah. Oh yeah. But then he blows the flyer, and you're like, wow, yeah. So the basic story is, like, it's fire and water to take over Atlantis, right? And, like, that was the most exciting part, was the flaming sword. Oh, and then he asked the audience, like, who do you think? Shall it be the flame guy? How about water chick? And you're like, yay for your side. And they do this, like, on the hour, every hour. So, like, the top of the hour, this show comes, and I'm betting anybody who has a shop near this place fucking hates this.
Poison this kingdom with
So he's like, I'm tired. I'm gonna have a very slow sit down right now. I mean, the sounds were pretty cool to hear the thunder and all that kind of stuff. That was neat. And then, yeah, you get like a couple of bursts of flame. Then the fucking Skeksis pterodactyl, like, raises its wings and arms and moves. And I bet like 40 years ago, like 40 years ago, that shit was awesome. But I went to it and I'm like, they have not updated it at all. And I'm sure it'd be a huge undertaking, but, like, good Lord, it is, like, it's, you know, like I said, I used to work at Chuck E. Cheese, and it was worse than that. Like the flames were nice, but, like, at least Billy Bob was like, his eyes worked and he'd look around and smile at everybody like, hey, or you, oh, that's right. Billy Bob was on the keyboard. He's like, anyway, it was still very fun, but like, it was laughably old.
Subdued Zeksu.
Sky, what up? Thank you for the 94 months. Did a little Googling. It opened in 1992, apparently. That makes sense then. That makes sense because I started working at Chuck E. Cheese in 94. So not 40 years. 31 years. Oh, this is Rye Gaming and Swifter. This is the one blurry picture I took at Craps. But I already talked about that, so moving on. Hey, this is a great one. This is all of us at the okay, so the story goes, we wanted to go to dinner. And then more and more people kept adding on to go to the dinner because we were going to go to Benihana's. And we started off with like 5, and then it was 7, and then it was 10, and then it was 14 fucking people. So, Sarah's taking the picture. God damn it. Sarah, Katie's sister, you saw her in the previous picture of the flamingo. She was like, I was getting stressed out because there's no fucking way you can make reservations at, like, I mean, it's not no fucking way. It's just difficult to make reservations for 12, 14 people on a Saturday night in Vegas with no notice. So I was like, well, Benihana's out. The steakhouse is out. Fucking almost every place that you can make reservations for is out. You know who came through? Guess who came through? The one person you can rely on to be in your hotel, on your hotel television every time. Motherfucking Guy Fieri. We went to Guy Fieri's motherfucking Flavor Town. And let me tell you, that shit was delicious. It was really good. I got the crispy burger. Like, it was a burger with like the cheese that, you know, they like cover the burger with cheese. So like it has like a crispy, like, disc on the outside of the burger. Fuck, that was good. And yeah, donkey sauce. But I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. Everything in that place was actually flavorful and good. It wasn't just like bad for you, fatty, like that kind of stuff. It was that, but it wasn't just that. And Gluttony and anybody else who went to the Heart Attack Grill, which is that's what that whole thing is, will tell you that Flavor Town whooped its ass as far as how good it was to eat. Like, it was greasy, it was lots of cheese and stuff, but man, it tasted so good. So the things I tried a sample of almost everything at the table. I had my crispy cheeseburger, which was awesome, very well cooked. I had French fries, which were good French fries. But I also had trash can cheeseburger nachos. And what they mean by trash can is they take a thing it's bigger around than this, but it's like this metal cylinder with a handle on it. And they go, have you ever been to Flavor Town before? Like, no, this is our first time. He said, okay, this is how it goes. And he takes the handle and he goes, and he takes the thing off, and it's like this perfect cylinder of cheeseburger nachos. And it's exactly like, it's hamburger. It's like, I had to ask, what is SMC? It's like, these are the ingredients: hamburger, chips, SMC. I'm like, what's SMC? Super melty cheese, apparently. So it had hamburger, super melty cheese. It had onions and tomato and all that kind of stuff. And he just took it off, and some of the best nachos I've ever had. And the secret, in my opinion, was that the chips were not just nacho chips or tortilla chips. They were like powdered and flavored chips. So whatever they did, they take the tortilla chips and they toss them in like some powder, like some like Flavor Town powder. And it was fucking great. I also had the fuck, what's it called? Oh, the pretzel. They had like pretzel bites. Cause apparently I learned that night that Guy Fieri got his start like on a pretzel cart or making pretzels or something like that. That's how he started like his first food job was pretzels. So like, that's why they have them. And they were so good. They had like, they not only were they covered in cheese and they were salty, but they had this, whatever, I don't know, sweetness. It was like a little bit like cinnamon roll, like glaze mixed in with like the cheese or something. It was salty and sweet, and they were so fucking good. I'm betting like one of those, because they were like little like donut holes is what they were. Little like donut hole size like bites. And I'm betting each one of those things was probably like probably like 600 calories like each one, but fuck, it was good. Holy moly. What else do we have, Berserker Rage? We had something else. Oh, there's brisket nachos too. Brisket nachos, mwah, those were good too. Did you eat at the Hash House a Go-Go? No, I didn't. I don't even know what that is. No one ever suggested it. I didn't have the watermelon salad. I didn't have anything salady because I'm like, I like salad. It's just at Guy Fieri's, it seemed like anybody who ordered a salad there is like, you're missing the point of this place, I think. Oh, the pizza pops. That's right. They had little like fucking, those French bread pizzas? Like really good, like French bread pizza on a stick. Those are really good too. Oh, it was tequila infused watermelon? No one told me. Why didn't anybody tell me it was tequila infused? I didn't know that. Well, that makes sense. I had no idea. Son of a bitch. I would have tried it. I looked at it, I was like, what is this? I felt like I'm like Ron Swanson. I was like, I'm sorry. I think you've given me what my food eats. I didn't know it had tequila in it. Of course it does. Of course it does. It's Guy Fieri. Anyway, it was delicious. It was, and honestly, it was, I had a better time there than I probably would have had at Benihana's. And it was, I'm sure, a shitload less money. So, yeah. Good on you, Guy Fieri. Dude gets a bad rap, but his food is fucking good. All right. Oh, that's right. I'm zoomed in still. And then just serendipitously, just by random chance, we leave Guy Fieri's and there's Cream. Cream's hanging outside. Had a hug and a talk with him and Burke. Both of them were wandering through, and I said, "Hey, let's have a picture. Come to my party." Blah blah blah. Hella Devol, thank you for 28 months. Appreciate that. But yeah, it was great. I said, hey, what's going on? Yeah, Burke's lost a ton of weight. From the last time I saw him in person, he's down a good amount of weight, dude. He really is. He's doing good. And I commented on that. I was like, doing good, man. He's like, how about you? And I'm like, I'm not doing good. I'm maintaining my fat. I'm not getting fatter, but I am maintaining my fat. Love you too, Crash Test. Creepy Malays, thank you for 39 months. All right, let's see. Oh, that was just the sideways picture. Oh shit, I didn't even say. So we got, okay, let me see if I can do this. We got Johnny Scar, we got Gluttony, we got Katie, we got Rod Johnston, we got Lima Zoo Tango, we got Berserker Rage, we got I don't know who this fucking guy is. Fuck, I forgot his name. Turd Sandwich? Turd Burglar. No. What is it? No, cleave the land. Right there, 9 less lives and toasted raccoon. No, I knew you were here, so I was like, fucking with you. All right, next. Oh, this is me and oh, don't do this. Regis, goddamn. Fuck. Took me a second. I didn't want to say his real name. That was all that's coming to me was his real name. Because I hate learning people's real names. Because everybody was calling him by his real name. I'm like, I don't want to know that. I don't want to know his real name. Yeah. That's Regis. We hung out quite a bit. Regis, LZT, and Johnny. Because they were the up late crew. Like, hey, you want to go throw some money in? I'm like, yeah, let's go. Does he have contacts in? No, I know. It's weird, right? He looks like he's like got those like fucking supernatural demon eyes, but no, it's just like he was just squinting, I think. So your name is not Zeke? No, but it's close. My name is Zach, but it's close to Zeke, so whatever. There is no soul in those eyes. All right, next. Oh, and there's another picture of Easy Craps. Just a closer up one, the cropped one. This fucking guy. This guy fucks. This guy fucks. And I'm like saying that in the most like referencing the source material of that comment as much as possible. Because the source material of this guy fucks is from Silicon Valley, right? That HBO show. I think that's what it's called. And he points out the nerd guy, the tall, skinny nerd guy. And he goes, this guy fucks. You don't see Barry coming, man, but that guy is a fucking party. Love that kid. Because I don't know if I had the chance to like party with him, but dude, that guy, he puts him away and he fucking goes, son. He's great. Truth Harris has given a sub to Turd Burglar. Oh yeah, Turd Burglar. I'm burgling turds. Thank you very much, Truth Harris. No, he's a great guy. He's fun, but like he's deceptive. Like he works all day, like doing like deep computer stuff. You just don't see him coming because mostly, I mean, like even now, by and large, most people who are into code and you know, modding and apps and whatever are by and large more introverted. But you get this guy out on the fucking bar. He'll fuck your mama twice before you get your second drink. You can tell him I said that. Okay, now herein lies a little bit of a story. So this is a picture of a phone. Like, I took a picture of a picture. So we went to my gathering, and we'll get to that later. But this was just a little snippet from that gathering. I met this gal in the back where it was just my party goers only. And she wasn't supposed to be there, but no one was back there anyway, which I'll get to. But we were sitting back there and we started talking about dogs. And she just she dumped out her purse back there about her life. And her fiance or whatever that was sitting next to her, she just was like, do you want to hear my whole story? Like from beginning to end? Like, go ahead, lady. And she's like, okay, just fucking dumps out her purse, starts talking about having kids with this guy and how she's a stepmom now and she's not sure. And she already has 2 kids. And I'm like, what are their names? She's like, Fuzzy and, you know, Mittens. And I'm like, oh, you mean your dogs? She's like, they're my kids. They're my fur babies. And she just went on. She's like, you want to see a picture? It's like, only if I can show you my pictures of my puppies. She's like, okay, here we go. Here we go. And man, just went on. Yeah, she was the exposition dump. She was the NPC that you're like, oh, you're gonna give me the story. Okay. But at the end of the night, we see her, because there was a little, like, towards the end of our time, like the rented time at the place, there was a little bit of a scuffle. No punches were thrown, but it was definitely like you knew it was just a hair away from people fist fighting. And apparently I must have missed something, because we see her after that outside, because I didn't see her in there during this little, like, you know, tete-a-tete. But she comes out and she, like, look at this. And she shows us her hand, like two of her nails were broken off, because she had like inch and a half, like, nails, like press on or whatever nails. And she broke two of them off because apparently she threw a swing at somebody and broke off two of her fingernails. Like, I broke off two of my nails on this bitch inside. I'm like, all right, Vegas, baby. So that was that story. Like, just like, we talked for a good 20 minutes about her, like, desire to, like, her passion for her dogs, her not really wanting more kids, not really caring for dude's stepkid, like her stepkid with this dude. Like, oh, it was weird. All right. Oh, I got to meet, for the first time in person, I got to meet Elle Bell. Elle Bell came out, her, and I wish I would have got a picture with her. I don't know if it's a significant other for sure, but I'm not sure if it's fiance or husband or anything like that. But I wish I would have got a picture with both of them, because they are the super sweethearts. Just the nicest, sweetest, most like, oh my God, and genuine though. They're really happy to be there, really happy to see us, really happy to be, invited. And her husband was just the nicest, sweetest guy as well, or her partner, nicest, sweetest guy as well. Super tall. Is she that tall? She's pretty tall, but I'm not sure if we were standing on the same plane, or I like kind of crouched or nothing. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, because the reason why I don't know if she's tall or not is because she has a medical condition that she, like, has chronic pain and rides around in a scooty. So she was sitting down most of the time. So I'm not sure, like, I didn't register how tall she was or not, but. No, Ko was at the party. Yeah, he was there. I didn't get a picture of him at the party. I got one of him with him at the con. I'm not sure, it might be in here somewhere, but I'm not positive. But yeah, he was there. He hung out for a good long while. One other story from the party is that it was invite only, just because it was a limited space. The place we went was called The Nerd, and it was on Fremont Street. So it was removed a little bit from where most of the convention stuff was. That's not important. The important part is it was a smaller venue. So, like, they were like, all right, 50 people max that you can, like, that we will cover as far as, like, the drinks tabs go. Every person over that, if you want them to be on the free drink, it was like $60 for every person over 50. The not age, the number 50. And we ended up not even giving out all the blue wristbands, because either A, people didn't come, or B, people didn't drink. And most of the people, okay. So we rented this venue. Here's where I'll get into the main story of the venue. So we got into this venue, and hold on. Which one is this? Nope, not that one yet. Nope. That's it right there. Okay. So we get into this venue, right? Okay. We get in this venue called the Nerd, and it's a barcade basically that has like all kinds of cool stuff to do. It has like it has a few lanes of bowling. It has a mechanical penis, like a mechanical bull, but you'll see it later. A mechanical bull, but like a giant penis. It has skee ball. It has like, you know, cabinets. It has console games you can play as well. But it also has, and I am not kidding you, this is the room we rented out that no one went in because the bar was like this. Here, hold on. Let me kind of draw it out for you. Okay. So the bar is kind of like this. So this is the main entrance. This is where everybody comes in. This is the main bar where all like the bowling alleys are over here. There's a stair that goes down to another room for the bull riding or the mechanical penis riding. The console games and like skee ball and shit like that. Then there's this hallway. This is the bathroom, but you go down this hallway and there's this whole other room, and that's apparently the room that's reserved for our party. So as you can see, our room is outside of the bar. We got to go down the hallway to get back to the bar. And they didn't have wait staff. They had bartenders, but no like people traveling around wait staff on duty. So no one went into my room, the room I had like reserved. And it was, I shit you not, called the hentai room. Like, this is the hentai room. And I'm like, awesome. I get why there's inflatable tentacles now. I absolutely understand now. And it was fucking dark in there. And I was like, can we turn on the TV or can we get it more lit up in here? He's like, it's kind of as lit as it gets. And I'm like, it is really dark and no one's going to want to come in here. And I was like, how about some, like, can we put some, cause he had one of the walls had a rectangle painted white. And it was like, that's for, showing movies and stuff. I was like, okay, can we just like put on like music videos, like from a laptop, or like, can we show like a movie or something? He's like, oh, I could probably dig up some DVDs. We usually just use this room to show hentai on the wall. And I'm like, cool. So that room is actually just painted and showing movies, normally just for hentai. And I have never seen something like that. I was like, all right, I get why it's set away from the rest of the bar then. I absolutely get it. So we did end up getting a laptop. Katie, my love, my life, the light of my life, she actually got it. Like, he had an Ethernet hardwire, so we hooked it up. She put on some light DJ sets, like light music DJ sets to be projected on the wall. So she had that, and I was like, thank you for doing that. But I don't think anybody is going to come back here. And I was right. The only time anybody went back there was 2 times people went back there. One time was when I met the lady, the NPC who dumped her purse out and told me all about her life. And then the second time was right before the open bar, because I told everybody, come back to Zeke's house, because I made that sign, by the way. I asked for a piece of paper and some tape, and I made that sign with a Sharpie. I came back there. I told everybody to meet back there so I could tell them the rules for the open bar, because it was one half of the bar was where you get it. So one half of the bar was for everybody else paying for drinks. And then for the 2 hours that I had open bar, it was one side of the bar that they would serve us those. So totally understandable. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that. So this was my room and no one went there. Everybody stayed. Like, I would say at least half of the people that came to my party did not go inside the bar. They just stayed outside the whole time because that's where everybody was. Like, you could smoke. There was no music because they did eventually have like a DJ that was playing not overly loud music, but loud enough where you had to kind of yell to talk to each other. And I was like, I didn't want that. And no one else did because everybody stayed outside. But yeah, that was like, I just started calling it the coat room. Like, yeah, just, you can put your coat and backpack back there if you want. Like, no one goes back there. But, so, we rented out this place. And, it ended up being a great time with the bowling and the games and stuff. And we, like, if we wanted to mingle, we went outside to do that. Because in Vegas, you can take your drinks anywhere. You don't, like, I looked at the one of the bartenders, like, I know this is Vegas, but can I take this outside? She's like, yeah, go ahead. So I would pop back in, get a new drink, and pop back out, drink it and mingle and chat and all that kind of stuff. And it ended up being a great time for people. Like, at the beginning of the night, like the first couple of hours, like Co had his squad there. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna tell you about that. So Co said, +1, what if I bring more people? And I'm like, well, I'll tell you this. Anybody after 5 or after 50, it's $60 per person to get on the open bar thing. And he's like, and I was like, you can bring as many as you want as long as you cover them. He's like, yeah, totally fine. So he brought like 6 other people. Thankfully, I didn't end up handing out all the wristbands anyway, so I just gave them to them. I was like, here you go, bloop, bloop, bloop. And I just thought it was very funny that he was like, +1, but I'm Co. Can I bring more? And I'm like, of course you can. No one says no to you, right? But no, to be honest, like Co is one of my closest friends that I've made through this site. He's a great dude. I make fun of him all the time because he's an easy target. And I'm punching up. Like, he's doing fine. I'm not like picking on someone who can't like make a bat out of money and hit me with it. But he met some people that day. And he's like, I'm going to thing tonight. You want to come? And they're like, absolutely. I was like, okay. So he brought like 6 other people to this thing. It was great. But yeah, so we like rented out this place. It ended up being like financially, it was very reasonable. Ended up being fun. The thing that I like kind of like after the night got like over, I thought about it. I'm like, I could have just asked for the tab, just like bar tab on me, because I think it probably would have been around the same price, maybe even a little bit less, if I was just like, I will take care of the bar for this many, and I wouldn't have to rent out the rooms that I didn't even use, that no one even used. Also when we got there, the bartender, I heard a story. Credit where credit's due. A Vegas local, her name is Spider Queen on Twitter. She it's Kick Spider Queen on Twitter now, but she's changed her name a lot. But she's a Las Vegas local, and she hooked me up with this place. And she was telling me right when I got there, because she was there early. Right when I got there, she's like, I asked the bartender, like, are you ready for the party tonight? And the bartender goes, party? And I went, oh shit. Because for the first like hour and a half of the night, because I had it from 6 to midnight, and from 8 to 10, it's open bar. And for the first hour and a half, there was one bartender on duty. And I'm like, oh, fuck, that is not going to be enough. Not going to be enough people. And I was like, hey, are you alone tonight, or are there going to be more? It's like, oh, no, people get on shift around 7:30. I'm like, oh, thank Christ. And they did. They did. They ended up being there, and no one had to wait for a drink, so it was all good. But it worried me because the person who, like the owner or whatever, the manager, didn't tell them, his staff, that there was going to be a party.
What's up at TC, but glad you are back safe, Zeke love.
Oh, Sheil, yeah. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I want to see everybody. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, but I'm always at TwitchCon. If it's financially and physically possible, I will be at all the TwitchCons, at least NA, until I can't anymore. Zeke, could you pay for it yourself this time? What do you mean, pay for it myself? Every Twitch gathering I've had, I pay for, like, myself. That's like the appreciation that I show to, like, longtime viewers and friends and subs and stuff. Morgan said, thank you for the 116 months. Disruptive Goblin with 39. Appreciate that. Your subs paid for it, to be frank. Well, Rooted Jin, sure. But you could also say, like, I mean, you don't walk up to, like, I don't know, fucking, let me pick a name, LeBron James, and you're wearing, like, a LeBron James jersey and go, like, hey, man, how'd you like that hamburger? I paid for that shit. You know, like, yeah, technically you're right. But, like, indirectly. My taxes pay your salary. Yeah, right. That's you say that to cops, right? Hey, I own you. My taxes pay your salary. But yes, of course. Yes, I know. I know you pay for my stuff, but I could also say, like, no, you didn't. My subs didn't pay for any of that party. You know who paid for that? Let me think. Let's see. Where are my sponsored streams at? Oh, I don't put them on that calendar anymore. I could just rattle off some sponsored streams. Like, those guys paid for it. You guys paid for my gambling money that I lost. So fuck you. How's that? Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends paid for it. Your money was unlucky. Thanks a lot.
ZKU.
Yo, Pirate Tail, thank you for the 32 months. All right, anyways. Getting on with the story of the party. So I went through the hentai room. So the other funny thing was he had three gaming cabinets in here. And he was like, those games are all free play. However, if you see the tentacle, this was a bongo game. You know, if you've seen that bongo game, or not bongo, but what are those drums called? Those Japanese drums that you play with sticks? That game, totally fine. You can play that. There was another, taiko, the taiko drum game. There was another game cabinet that was completely blocked off by this inflatable tentacles. It's like, all these games are free play. I'm like, well, that one's going to be hard to play because you can't get through the fucking tentacle to play it. But no one, I mean, I think Katie ended up playing this game like once, and then that was it. Like, we came back here one other time. And that other time, and I don't think anybody took a picture of me in the suit, but I had a nice suit on. I had a nice fitted suit with a tie and everything for the first 2 hours. And they're like, oh, shit, so you got to know you're going to dress up. And I'm like, wait, it's party time after, like, when the open bar happens. So I called everybody back at 10 to 8 when the open bar was about to open. Called everybody back. I start taking off my clothes. And I stripped down to my undies, to my boxer briefs. And everybody's like, what the fuck is happening? And then I grabbed my face, that's my face onesie that Johnny Scar made me. That, by the way, I told him I didn't bring, lied to him. Like, oh, I forgot to bring it. Because I had the whole time. That was my plan the whole time. So I took off that and put on my onesie of my face, and then I was like, it's party time, told everybody the rules for the open bar, and then I wore that shit for the rest of the night. So we all have fun. We mingle, we drink, we talk, we reminisce, yada yada yada. And then we get to this part. They had a bull riding thing, but it just so happens to be a penis. It is a mechanical bull penis. It's not a bull penis, but it's a mechanical bull. And there's me on top of that. There you go. That's a good picture of my onesie. And by the way, for those of you on TOS, nudity is fine as long as it's not real nudity. And it's not penetration, and it's not the focus of the stream or the game. So it's fine. Don't bother and don't worry. So we rode this shit and it was amazing. It was hilarious. I am fucking hammered right here. Like in this shot, I am so drunk. You don't grip. That's the thing. You like, oh, that's later on. You lay down on it, basically. You like grab it. If you haven't seen the Twitter videos, and that's where I will go right now and grab the videos.
You got it, boo!
Oh, my lady cheering me on. Okay. So Bub, we left her in this, had to drive out early. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. 1 second. I gotta queue up Barry as well. Because Barry's fucked. Like I said, Barry fucks. This guy fucks. I wasn't joking about that. Damn it. 1 second. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna grab this one. Move it over. Beautiful. Okay. Should be good. There we go. Okay. So this was me on the mechanical bull. That looks semi-suggestive. There we go. Nope. There we go. But this is me riding the bull. And the reason why I'm doing mine first, because Barry's is way better. And I fall off. Can I have another go? Yeah, I can do one more. I'm fine, I can do one more. And there, look at that face. Just like, it's great. So, I got so fucking dizzy. He knows it. The guy who was running it knew exactly what he was doing because I could not stay on that fucking thing. And then, let's see, there it is. And then he does that. Look at that. He does this and then he goes, Beer? I didn't even see it. Katie had to point that out to me later. And then I roll off like a turd. Like a big old turd, I roll right off of the fucking thing. Now, look at homeboy from Britain here. Barry Carlian, the champ. Look at this guy. Just crushing it, man.
Get it, Barry! Woo! Holy shit!
My lady, of course, you can hear her above everyone else. She was having the best time during this. Now, see, I mean, after riding Co's dick forever, like he's gotten good at this. So, yeah, Barry was amazing. He did very good. Now, here's the thing. Katie wanted to ride it. And the guy said, you can't. I would advise against it, is what he said. And she was like, what? And he goes, your bare legs are showing. And that thing is plastic and it will rip like it. I mean, he said exaggerated, but you ever put your bare legs on plastic and like rub against it? It'll burn your fucking skin. He was like, it'll rip your inner thighs out. Like, it is no good. And he was like, and she was like, okay, but she was really disappointed that she didn't get to ride the dick. But yeah, slide ouchies. Exactly. So she didn't do it, but that's okay. DJ Knight, homie, close friend, came out and hung out. We got a photo bomb there. Nice. Thanks, Glut. Hanging out in the back. Hey, I'm in the picture. That's me. Now, DJ is one of my like closest, another one of my closest friends that I've made through this website. He's a really solid dude, and he was a little tipsy. If I didn't see him have a drink, but I got the sense that he had pre-gamed before he got to my party, and because he was in the mood. He's huggy, lovey drinker. And he was like, listen, man, from the first day I met this man, and he's talking to anybody who'll listen. From the first day I met this man, he said, you got something. You're going places. And guess what? I did. I'm like, go off. Keep going. And he was just like, for a good 10 minutes, just talking about just love and community and like being positive. And you know, he also talked about like being in the military and how like in not so many words, he was like, if you ever needed defending, I would defend you with my life. I'm like, God damn. All right. Such a great guy. But he was in the mood to tell people like, I'm going to tell people that I love them tonight. And he did. It was fucking excellent. He's another one that's like Swifter. His energy is just like so like such a force of good and like intensity and positivity. It's like I gravitate towards people like that. Yeah. Oh, and then we had one. Oh, and there's Regis in the back. I don't know if Regis knew he was in the picture, but like, are you pointing at something? I don't know what's going on here, but all right. Oh, Megan, and I want to say it right, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's Lenius. Megan Lenius, musician. I've collaborated with her, not collaborated with her, but I've commissioned her to make a song for me in the past. We've known each other for quite a while. She popped in, and we had a very awesome and honest, spirited debate about like music and creative and stuff like that in relation to Twitch. I don't remember all of it because this was pretty towards the end of the night, but we were both getting like a little animated about our sides of the thing. And I loved it. Oh man, she does not back down, and I dig her, man. I dig her, and she makes great music. Yeah, there it is, Megan Lenius. There it is. Thank you for putting it in chat. Yeah, she's dope. She's a fucking cool human being. Smashly waited like this was on our way to bag check the last day, and finally got to like see Smashly in the line for the bag check. So we took a picture, hung out, chatted for like 10 minutes. And this is our walk to breakfast on the final day on Monday, before we left. And they were taking down the TwitchCon sign. So I was like, oh, time to take it down. And they had already like replaced the posters inside with like the sports ball posters, whatever they had before. They had put those back up again. Whatever the back-to-back champions of something. I don't even know what the fucking team is that they put up in there, but yeah. Yeah, no, they got to turn that shit around. Absolutely. Cause I'm sure the Vegas Convention Center is busy every fucking weekend of the year. Oblivious to me. Thank you for the 56 months. And a guy playing a game. Thank you for 58. Much obliged. Oh, women's basketball. There you go. Okay. What else we got? Oh, this was our picture at the Bagel Mania. It was the bagel and it was not just bagels, but it was like a diner. It had all kinds of breakfast foods. And it was Spiegel's. Was that the name of the owner or whatever? Like Spiegel's Bagel Mania or something. They actually apparently, Twitch bought out this place, like rented it, so not open to public for the ad people, the people like Chevron and Doritos and Honda who sponsored the TwitchCon. So they shut this shit down. It was right next door to the convention. And they bought it out and everybody was upset. Everybody that wanted to go there was pissed because this place is the food. You had to wait. We had to wait. I don't remember how long. We had to wait like 45 minutes to an hour to get a table. But it was fine. We weren't going anywhere. It was Monday. But like we had to wait quite a while to get a table. But their food is fucking delicious. It is really good. It's not like your average breakfast fare. It's like I had a waffle. And I have had waffles, you know, it's a common breakfast food. You have waffles all over the place. If you like a waffle, you get a waffle. This was a quite possibly the best Belgian waffle I've ever had in my life. I don't know why or how or what. I don't know anything. I don't know what would make it a great waffle. All I had was a waffle, syrup, and butter. That's it. No fruit, no nothing. But that fucking waffle was so goddamn good. It's like Spiegel's Bagel Mania. Like Bagel Mania is the name of it. It's right next to the Las Vegas Convention Center. But like seriously, it was worth pointing out. How many times in your life do you go, that's a damn good waffle? You know, like you reserve that for things like steak or, you know, some fancy shit, lobster, whatever. You don't usually like eat a bite of waffle and like stop and like recognize how good it is. It was fucking better than any waffle I ever had. But also like I had tastes of everybody's. They cook everything perfectly. It was excellent breakfast. So I see why people were upset that they couldn't get in there during one of the days of the con because Twitch rented it out for their ad people. It was Twitch advertisers convention, not content creator nor viewer thing. Well, I talked about that earlier, Shavala. I talked about like it being very much like the expo floor is very corporate. Like that's, I mean, I didn't hang out there too much though. Like I didn't go, I spent like maybe 2 hours on the expo floor and an hour of that was in Artist Alley because it was just like, all right, people are trying to sell me stuff. Not what I want. But I mean, I had a good time at the convention. Otherwise, like I went to panels. I saw the commencement, you know, like I said, I went to Artist Alley, but like the main expo floor, they got to think about that, man, because it is not fun at all. It's like, maybe it was fun for like there's a certain amount of people who like that kind of stuff. You know, like you go to a PAX, there's a fair amount of advertising at every PAX. Like this is the, you know, fucking McDonald's booth of gaming or whatever. But it just felt like that was it. Like there was no like, not a lot of game representation there. Like Tarkov was there. And like, I think a couple of other big games, but like definitely not a lot of indie shit. I think I saw like one indie game while I was on the floor. And that's it. And I'm like, man, you could really, really make this fun for everybody. But, you know, you got to pay for it somehow. And I get that. So like I avoided it mostly, not out of spite, just because it wasn't interesting to me. And I went to panels and stuff on the second floor. So, did you have a meet and greet? I did not, but I went to the meet and greet to try and prank Co. Like I talked about this earlier. I tried to prank Co and I couldn't get in there because the meet and greet thing is now like appointment only. Like you make it through the app. It's not a difficult thing. You just go like beep, boop, 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 boop. And you say like, I want to meet Co. And you put your name in and then it adds you to the list. And then you like scan your QR code at the, like the gate for the walkway or the, you know, the roped off section. And they're like, oh, you're here to see Co. Boop. Okay, go in. So you can't just walk up to the streamer like it used to be, you know, cause like in San Diego, they just set up booths and everybody just lined up. You know, you could just walk to the streamer if you wanted to. So I thought it was going to be like that, but it wasn't. So, but you know, I get it. You don't want like just randos coming up and like fucking up someone else's meet and greet for no reason. So I don't think it's a terrible change. It's just, it's not as like inviting as it used to be, you know, having to, you know, get roped off to, and make an appointment to meet and greet somebody. Well, whatever. I get it. Twitch is bigger than it used to be, so on and so forth. But yeah, like most of the people that I know that go to TwitchCon, they go there to meet their friends, meet streamers, viewers, go to panels, and they'll walk around the show floor like a little bit. But not like most people like that I know like didn't stay there very long, like the expo floor. Most of it was like in the lobby, in the food court, out on the outside part, the Cabana part. Like that's where I was at most of the time because I'm a smoker, so I go out there and smoke, and there's no like noise or anything, so you can go out there and you know talk to people, and they had food trucks and stuff like that out there. So that was those are the places people congregate most. Is the like outside of the expo floor, and that should tell you something. Like that the outside of the expo was busier than the inside of the expo. That means something's wrong, and you're not like giving anybody what they want, really. I just think it was too much, and I mean they had different like VR stuff there, and you know, you could get in line to like do stuff like the Amazon Prime college fair or whatever, but it's like I mean I'm a gamer. I don't want to physically do stuff. I'll do stuff with my hands and my like, you know, controller, my thumbs. But like as far as like I don't want to have to suit up to do your fucking thing, you know? But I mean, honestly, I have the most fun, like either like in the outside, like in the hallways, in the outside, like area, or at the parties, like the gatherings and stuff. And honestly, the Twitch party at Area 15 was fucking cool. It was fun. Lots of different stuff to do, lots of different places to congregate. It wasn't all just like in one room where it's like a DJ playing loud music. Like there was that, but you could leave that and go somewhere else and do something else. You know, Area 15 was excellent. Don't you vape or do you smoke off stream? Well, yes, I do vape, and vaping like actually severely cuts down on my smoking. Like if I didn't vape, I'd smoke a lot more. But yes, I do still smoke cigarettes, and don't do that. I'm not recommending it. Never have recommended it, but this is also your work as well, right? So in a sense, you can put it in tax as a work trip. Well, yeah, Shavala, but like I've said before, people say write-off like it's a thing. There's no such thing as write-off. Just to reiterate, I get a discount on work stuff, but I don't get anything for free. Like I get somewhere between 10 in the most extreme cases, 15% like discount on work stuff. But usually it averages out to right around 12%. So if I buy something for $100 for work, I end up paying $88 for it rather than $100. Like with the tax like rebate that I get off of that. So anywho, almost done. Almost at the end. This is the last picture that I took. This is us sad. We're sad we're leaving. We're in the airport. We're going home. Goodbye, Vegas. Goodbye, TwitchCon. Goodbye. But all in all, it was a fun trip, man. It was a fun little trip. But like I said, I don't think it was, I don't think Vegas was the right spot for it, honestly. I think San Diego, like all that other shit, like, or San Diego, Long Beach, even San Francisco with, you know, given that it's expensive in San Francisco, like even that, were better locations than Vegas. Just Vegas has so many like detractions that make it a little bit more or a little bit less user friendly. I don't know, like something like that. Sunday night was definitely the most fun I had. Oh, were you there, PC Kaiju? I was pretty lit up. So if you had fun on Sunday night with us, I'm so happy. Makes me so happy. No, I'm sure there was a few people that popped in there to the party that I don't remember that were there, and I didn't take a lot of pictures during the party, which I regret. I should have taken more pictures during the party. One more pick in Discord. Oh, I already showed that, LZT. I showed that picture. I'm pretty sure I showed that picture. I don't know. I'll show it. Whatever. Yes, I talked about the teleprompter. I answered your question directly, Ty. What, you weren't here? You weren't here for it? Okay. This is one more picture. This is us. Oh, this is us on our way. This is us in the Uber XL on our way to the. Because we revisited the Omega Mart Meow Wolf installation within Area 15. We went there, and I wanted to go when it wasn't during the party because I wanted to actually take some time and look at all that shit. And I'll tell you this: we scheduled like hour and a half, 2 hours to do it. Not near enough time. Now, I don't feel like my money was wasted, but man, there is so fucking much in that little Omega Mart, like Meow Wolf. You could honestly be there for 6 hours and not see everything. It's awesome. It was so cool. And on top of that, there's a storyline like within the art stuff that is just, it's weird, it's abstract, it's absurd, it's fantasy stuff, it's like mind-bending, like quasi sci-fi stuff. It's so cool. It's hard to explain, but if you ever been there, like to the Omega Mart in Las Vegas, you understand like why it's hard to explain. Because it's that weird and eclectic. Loved it. Let's see. Oh, but yeah, Ty, the teleprompter thing that Elgato showed, I actually went and looked at it. It looks great. You can put anything on it. Like you just take a tab over, slide it over to your teleprompter, and that's what your tab is. So you can do any website you can open, you can put it right there. Or you can take a tab from like your, like a video call, or from you can put your chat up there, stuff like that. So like it'll work very, like I'm probably gonna get one, but it'll work for chat. So I can see it directly. So I'm looking at the camera, but I'm also looking at chat at the same time, but also for like role playing. So I can put the Zoom call videos up here. So it looks like I'm actually looking them in the eye, and I can see their face and their reaction when I'm talking to them. So it'll be very cool for that. Yeah. The Elgato teleprompter is what I'm talking about. It's funny to see how differently people felt about the con. Some absolutely were feeling it was crap, and some loved it. I'd imagine the same. What would go to Burning Man, Lollapalooza, etc. I don't know, man. This is for like a lot of introverted nerds. You know, I'm streamers being the exception to that, but like most viewers of Twitch are kind of nerdy. And it's kind of like walked away from that kind of idea. You know, it's a lot of like big loud stuff and like fancy schmancy like booths and that kind of stuff. And I think like most people just want like, oh, can I play your game? Can I play this new game I've never seen or heard of? I want to play this, you know, like I just want to see if I like it. I want to, you know, play, you know, just have a booth with like a monitor and a keyboard, mouse, or a controller or something, and like, you know, here, play my game. I think there should be more of that, and there just wasn't a lot of that, you know. Do you have a hot take on Nintendo's latest TOS for tournaments? No, like, obviously you do esports, but I don't do a lot of esports. In fact, I do very little. I don't even know, like, I don't watch esports. The only like competitive, semi-competitive thing is it's like I watch speedruns, but that's like you against the leaderboard kind of a thing. But yeah, I have no idea. I'm sure that this drop frames that we will talk about that. If it's big news, I'm sure JP will bring it up. And I'll have a fake opinion then. Do you want me to have a fake opinion now? TLDR is Nintendo hates their community. I just think they hate not making as much money as possible. Zeke, how do you think the con would be for a regular viewer who doesn't have as many connections as you to hang out with? That's a good question that I'm not qualified to answer like totally, but I can tell you like from people I've talked to, like you grab one person that you kind of one or two people that you kind of know from the community and like hopefully strike up friendship with them, and then, you know, kind of meander around with them. That's like how everything starts, I think, is that you go, oh, I'm from this community. Oh, me too. And then you just kind of like become friends and hopefully start walking around together. Like you're only, you know, barring like mental or physical or, you know, out of your control restrictions, you're only as alone as kind of you want to be, really. Because if you're there to see a specific streamer, I'm sure there are other people who are there too. All you got to do is like make an effort, like reach out and like say like, hey, I'm going to TwitchCon too, and I don't have anybody like to hang out with. Do you mind if I like kind of pal around with you for a little bit, tag along, something like that? And I would say for the most part, everybody's like, yeah, come on down. I, for some reason, like Ho too. I don't get it either. You want to hang out and talk about the fucking mystery behind why we even watch this fucking guy? Yeah, let's do that. There you go. Yo, Sayaro, thank you for the 56 months. Hold on, what was that question? It's not Gamescom though. TwitchCon is for you guys, right? Well, Shivala. Okay, yes, it is. However, they do have to pay for it. They do need sponsors. Yada, yada, yada. And along with giving you $100,000 to have a big booth at TwitchCon, they're going to want something for their money as well, which means they're going to want like branding. They're going to want this and that and the other thing. And then, you know, this year, I think it's gotten like out of hand. Honestly, I think like it should have, like every con you ever go to has sponsorships, and they have booths that are sponsored by things that are not related to your content. Like I'm sure like Comic-Con, PAXs and all this stuff, they have sponsors that are like, you know, have nothing to do with like comics or games or anything. But like this one seemed well more saturated with that stuff, that it far like outshone and pushed out like the indie stuff. Also, the expo floor was not that big. I think like it could definitely have been a lot bigger and then like had room possibly. And I think Twitch should do this like they do for Artist Alley, because they still do Artist Alley, which is awesome. And I'm guessing they don't charge much or whatever, nothing. I have no idea. But to get a booth at Artist Alley, you have to apply somehow, I know. But like, why don't they have that? An Artist Alley? How about an Indie Alley? With indie games, how about that? And don't charge or give them a discount or something. Like, if you want to be on the main hall floor, you have to be big time money bag sponsor. But if you want to be an Artist Alley or you want to be an Indie Alley, you'll be off to the side, but we'll give you a little discount, you know, or a big discount so you can show off your fucking game, man. Devolver was there. I don't think they had a booth, but they were there. They had like the Winners Club, the WYNN, the Winners Club. I think they were at the Win. What's that? Are games really what Twitch focuses on these days, though? I mean, what do you mean by that? Like Twitch as a company or the Twitch website? Like, I still think it's mostly games. I still think like the streams you watch are mostly gaming, or the numbers of people watching are mostly games. I don't know about the channel breakdown, but I would say it's still the majority is gaming content. But how do you set up something that IRL streamers want? Like, they had a streamer like zone, I guess. But like, I'm saying that gamers are easier to cater to. Meaning, like, just put out fucking new games and people will like play them. I know it seems so simple, right? But like, there just wasn't a lot of that. For those of us not able to go to stuff like Burning Man or cons, I want to say thank you for sharing your experience with us. You bet, Delicia. My pleasure. Yo, Erican, what up, baby? 2 months, son. Well, Erican is here. Erican was working with the 7 Days to Die booth, and albeit it is a game. It's one of those rare big games that can afford like a section. Like, they're not an indie, like they're indie adjacent, maybe. You know, they have some money. What do you think? About like my opinion on like have more like varying financial circumstance indie games there. Like, I don't think anybody from the big games that people like that were shown, like that had booths, I don't think anybody would begrudge an Indie Alley. More corporate sponsors than games. It's seen very, very few upcoming games. It's turning into an industry type event, but they want to sell stuff, not promote games. 7 Days Die booth is an indie company. I know we dropped a lot of money for it. A lot of money. That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's like this one dude who's like, I want people to play my game, but I put all of my money and time and all that shit into it, and I don't have any left to get a booth. Like, I want there to be a space for that person, that one indie dev who's like, I just needed people to see it. I want that to happen. I really do. And you know what? Even put it right next to the charity zone, because there was a charity zone, truth be told, or full disclosure, whatever. There was a charity zone there, which is great. But put it right next to the charity zone. Or put it, you know what? Encircle the Indie Alley that I'm thinking of. Encircle it with the charity. So everybody's like, oh, the indie games are inside of the charity circle. Like, oh, right. I think that'd be great. It's like, here you go. You belong in the charity section. Well, personally, I'm lucky that I have a shoe in with Zeke's crew, but otherwise, I'm not a social butterfly at all. I wouldn't even consider it. And I get that. I absolutely get that. If you feel like you're on the outside of the of any community, like you are not a regular name in anyone's chat, I would get that would be daunting. That would be like you don't have a place that you have like I would imagine that most people who watch Twitch regularly have a home-based channel. Like, I don't think that like 99% of people who watch Twitch have one channel only that they watch. I'd say like maybe 1% of people only watch one thing. You know, I would say 99.9% like have one home and then they have several other like tinier places that they go to every once in a while, you know? So if you were like wondering about going to TwitchCon, like I would say like maybe pick the one that you fit in the best, or you feel like you fit in, and like just start like chatting with them rather than the streamer. Like chat with the chatters. Make some friends. I mean, it's not easy, but like make an effort. That's what I'd say. I hate you all anyways. Cake, you don't like anything. Zeke and Zekonia made TwitchCon 2019 for me. Let me hang out with them most of Saturday. Was wonderful. Well, I'm glad, Kiss Clue. I'm glad. Yeah, even Comic-Cons have indie art and artist alley. Yes. You know what I'd like to see? You know what I think would bring a fuck ton of goodwill? Oh, hold on 1 second. You had something that you said, Arakin, and I didn't catch it. 1 second here. Shit. Fuck. Can you just repost it for me? Repost what you said about the money. There you go. Just give you an idea. The banner above our booth was $5K alone, not counting the 2-3K bags, lanyards, and 5K plus shirts. I'm saying. Now, what about this idea? Do you, as a sponsor, want to get a lot of goodwill, someone with a lot of money, but you're not related to gaming? How about Chevron presents Indie Palooza alley, indie booths. Like, do that. Everyone will love you. They'll have your name like Chevron's good people because they paid for this. That doesn't bother me at all. If you're gonna use your money and advertise your name, make it with something that people want. I think that would be great. And I think that would be I honestly think it'd be money well spent in goodwill alone. Because Chevron is a fucking gasoline company already. That's a strike against you, right? Like these days, it's like, what do you work for? Oh, I'm in gas and petroleum, fossil fuels and stuff like that. Like, well, it sounds like you need some goodwill. How about you sponsor an entire section of the fucking con floor for just indie games and tell everybody and show everybody like, we are here to, help those that might not be financially able to get here. That'd be great. Exxon presents Oily Seal Indie Alley. I love it. Boki86, thank you for the 53 months. What was a Chevron even showing? Well, I went to the Chevron booth, and the reason why I keep bringing them up is because that's where Swifter was doing he had a paid gig doing Rocket League challenges with there was a little stage set up where someone was playing the game and like a little audience section, and he had a microphone. He was like, all right, for this next game, do you want this Rocket Leaguer to play the entire game without exploding? Do a backwards goal, do a front flip goal. Like, what do you want him to do? And he was like, audience, Oh no, that's right, he had volunteers. He actually asked me to come up on stage. He's like, Z, get up here, you come on. I was like, oh fuck, all right. So I walked up and he's like, what do you want him to do? I'm like, I wanted to do a backwards go. It's like, we already did that one, pick another one. You know what, never mind. And he went on to somebody else and I was like, fair enough, Swifter, fair enough. But that's what he was doing. And it was like, it had nothing to do with, like, Chevron was just the name painted on it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you could easily just do that and make an indie booth. Like, no big deal. Your name is huge. And like connecting it to something that gamers would want is like, you know, a good option. Mm-hmm. Triple flip reset. Yeah, there's always GDQ. GDQ is always at the TwitchCons and stuff, and they have their own little section, and that's like, I didn't actually go over there this year, but I've been there in previous years, and it's always a fun time to cheer on, you know, a speedrunner like live and in person. That's always a good time. But I've seen it before, and I didn't make a point to go over there this year, and you know, I probably should have, but I didn't. But yeah, if you like this, obviously this will all be on the VOD if you want to check out like the stuff I was talking about. Oh, speaking of Chevron and Swifter doing his thing, for participating in that thing, anybody who went up on stage got a $25 gas card to Chevron, which I didn't bring over here, but you got a $25 gas card. But also, I was like, what about that? You can keep the fucking Chevron card. I barely drive anywhere anyways, but I want those. And he was like, and the Chevron helper person that wasn't Swifter, she was like, okay. And she come up and gave me this. I was like, yeah, give me them Twitch socks. So I got a brand new pair of Twitch checkered socks. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that is what I'm saying. Like, it seems like everybody is out of touch. Like, oh, hold on. There you go. Like, hey, come get your free gift. Fucking air freshener, dude. Come get your free gift. A fucking pin with a Dorito on it, dude. Like, I'm here for Twitch, not Doritos or Honda, man. Give me something with Twitch on it. That's the whole thing I'm here for. Like, listen. If you like, if you had some sort of like a mashup thing. Like, if you mashed up your brand and Twitch at the same time, that'd be all right. You know, I know you want a brand. I know you want that shit, but like, give me something that deals with the fucking con that I'm at. You know? That's what I want. I'm just going to throw that shit away probably. Like, I don't want your branded shit. That's not what I'm here for. You know? This is what I'm here for. And this, so I went to the loot cave, on the last day, not thinking about it, like, oh, okay, we got Sunday, we're not doing anything, let's go to the loot cave, let's finally visit the loot cave, because I missed the partner entry loot cave thing, because it's on fucking Thursday, but that was a whole thing I talked about earlier. I said, let's go to the loot cave, and not realizing, like, of course they're not going to have enough stuff for whatever fucking reason. It's not like they don't, you know what? I think what they need is, they need a place to sell the merch that they didn't, like, if they bring too much merch to TwitchCon, they need a place that they can sell the merch and have it delivered to you so they can get like the excess stuff that they didn't sell at TwitchCon. They need a place to sell that stuff. And I don't know if I'm making this sarcasm obvious enough. But bring enough shit. Don't sell out. That should not be a fucking thing. Selling out of merchandise at a fucking con should not be a thing if you are owned by a site that sells stuff. No, I'm saying like limited is fine. Like limit your amount, but don't limit it. Like this isn't your first time doing a convention. Like if this was the first convention and you sold out of stuff, I would understand. Or even your second, like, oh man, we way undershot the mark. And then the second one, you're like, oh, we way undershot the mark again. But by the fucking 7th time, you should know how much stuff to bring for everybody to get what they want. And even more than, even a little extra. Because you can sell the extra on your fucking site that owns you. But I did get this. This was, I didn't get any t-shirts or anything because I didn't have any of my size left. But I did get a Twitch fanny pack. And I do like the like grease paint, like oil paint glitch that they were using for a few of the logo things. I like that. I don't mind that at all. But like, yeah, I got a fanny pack. And I think I got one more thing. Fuck, I can't remember what it was though. It wasn't a piece of clothing though. It was oh. I remember now. I actually put it to use immediately. I got this. I thought that was neat. Got this like I don't know, sky whatever background that has Twitch on it, but it's also one of these. And I've been actually wanting one of these for my bedside because I have a nice like hydro flask, but it also like when I want to drink at night, I have to unscrew it and it makes this like sound. And Katie's is sleeping a lot of times, so I'm like, fuck, I'm thirsty, I want to drink. Shit. So this is nice, so I can just like, and it works great. So I can just sucky. So that is something I was happy to get. Absolutely. It's convenient that it's clear so the criminal can decide beforehand where to shake you down or not. It's very considerate, Zeke. Well, honestly, what I'm planning on using this fanny pack for is for my DOP kit. DOP kit being like, you know, your bathroom kit. Like you put your toothbrush, deodorant, toothpaste, hairspray, like those little travel size things. That's what I'm going to use this for.